Hello there. I told you I was coming back today with different hair, and I am. Um, I'm not done yet though, because I have like a little piece in the middle here. I got to go back and get some different hair tomorrow. So I said I was going to come back, and I'm here. So I want to quickly talk about Brian McKnight and what's going on with him and his kids. So apparently, a couple days ago, his boys uh, had something to say about Brian's parenting skills. They felt that he has not been a good father. I think especially since he's been married to their stepmother. And so apparently Brian said something about his stepson, complimenting him about something. And, his other sons they felt left out, I guess. And so they just went on to say that he hasn't been a good father. He hasn't been supportive. And from what Brian said, he said one of his sons was like, he'd be better with his father dead. He'd be better off, which is a horrible, horrible thing, for any kid to say about their dad. So I heard some of what the boys said. Well, the men, they're men. One's 30, one's 27. Okay. So I heard some of what they said, and I heard what Brian put online a couple days ago. And being a mom with older kids, I have 4 kids. My son and my daughter just made a birthday. So they're both in their 20s, and I have 2 little ones, 2 little boys. So, being a mother and having older kids, hold on one second. Yeah, I can sympathize with Brian because so he was talking about how he did all these things for his boys, how he sent them or he put them up in apartments for 2 years, paying everything, and said, listen, you guys have to do something. You're men now, you're older. And so, Wesley, do you see where you can chat? Can you say something so I can see that? Because I don't know what it looks like on this end. And I just need to see how it pops up and where all that happens, Yeah, so if you can do that, that would be great. Yeah, so he was talking about how he put them up in an apartment for 2 years, paid for everything, and said, listen, you guys are going to have to do something, right? You have to do something with your life. Just do something. And he even said that his new wife offered to get them jobs at the hospital, but they didn't want to do it because, they were going to have to stop smoking or, and all those. So 2 years were up and they still hadn't done anything. So he was like, listen, it's tough love. I mean, there's nothing I can do for you anymore. You're men. You're grown men. Okay. You're going to have to go out and do something on your own, which I totally see his point, because at some point, I'll use myself as an example. Now, because of the way I grew up, I didn't grow up with a Brian McKnight type as my parent, okay? Very far from getting cars for birthdays and all that. Okay, I see you now. I see you said I'm here. All right. So I just needed to see where it was going to pop up. Plus, when we do this for the cyber thing, we can see how it works. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying that I can see how he thought, how he was disturbed by that, and I looked at his whole video. If y'all haven't seen his video, Go see his video. It was on Larry Reed too. I did see that Larry Reed was talking about it. So you can go to Larry Reed's channel and look at it, or just Google it or something. Because the first time I saw it was on Facebook. And it was really sad, and I'm sure that his boys, and he has a daughter too, who's estranged. They have their own view, their own perspective, their own feelings. This hair looks orange to me. It's not really this color. Their own feelings, and it's just a terrible situation, and I hope that they can do something about that, because that's not where you want to be. That's not where you want to be. First of all, you want to make sure that everything is good. You want to make sure your family is good, and all of that. So when I was going to say, me, I didn't grow up in that situation, right? So I was eager to get out and to do something. Nobody had to tell me nothing, okay? Because I didn't grow up like that, right? We did not have a lot of stuff. So I couldn't, like, nobody was really doing anything for me because they couldn't. If my mom had it to do, then that would have been a different story, but I just didn't grow up like that. So if anything was going to get done, I was going to have to do it, because nobody was handing me anything, but some, especially celebrities' children, they don't grow up like that. They really do grow up. Some of them, not all of them, some of them really not having to do a lot, not having to work, not having to do anything. So, which was what Brian was talking about. He regretted a lot of the stuff that he'd done, but he did it because he didn't grow up like that, and he was like, I was giving them all this stuff because if I would have appreciated it, if I were in that situation, but it's tough. I mean, it's tough. First of all, it's tough being a dad. That's what I said in my Facebook post. It's because men have so much put on them. They really do. And it's all made up, right? It's all what society says, religion says, what else? Other stuff just says, this is what a man has to be in order to be a man. Same thing for a woman. I talked about this yesterday, right? Society has defined what a woman should be. Okay. And if you're not that thing, then something's wrong with you, right? So just like I was talking about today, sometimes we have to step back and re-examine what we're doing. We have to do that. We have to step back and see, who is this? Karen, are you on here? I don't even see you. You got to say something in order for me to see that you're on here. Yeah, it's not this color. I just said that it looks different in this on the camera, but it's not orange like that. I don't know why it looks like that, but that's not the actual color that it is. What was I saying? Yeah, so the way that society defines us, right? Sometimes we have to sit back and say, is that the way I want to be defined? If not, do it yourself. That's what I do. That's what I do. I say, this is not who I want to be, and you're not going to tell me who I need to be. You're not going to define mother for me. You're just not going to do that, and the definition that you have is not the one that I agree with. Okay. So I'm going to make my own, and you can agree with it or not. Okay. That's just what it is. So, yeah. So, again, if you go see that video, it's sad to me, and everybody knows Brian McKnight, and everybody has seen him singing with his sons. It's everywhere, all on his Instagram. He's been doing that for years, and I don't know. It's just a really sad situation, but I hope they can work it out. And I really do. I hope they can work it out and everything will be good. So, all right. So I just wanted to come on and talk about that for a little while. I'm going to go to the hair store tomorrow and finish this little patch that I have to do right here. And maybe when I do this downstairs, you guys will see what this really is, because it's not this orangey looking color. It's really like an auburn. Yes, I don't know why it looks like that. It's this lighting in this room. That's what it is. It's the lighting. But it doesn't matter, because I look good, whatever color. It don't matter. Right? Yeah. All right. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Okay. Bye.